All right, yay! It worked this week. So, welcome everyone. This evening we are presenting a trio of hysterical Chekhov one acts. So we've got The Bear, The Proposal, and The Anniversary. So we're very excited to put this on for you. And without further ado, we'd love our cast to introduce themselves. And we're starting with the cast of The Bear.
Hello, my name is Vivian Brock, and I will be playing the character Elena Ivanovna Popova.
Hi, my name is Jessica Katz, and I will be playing the character of Grigory Stepanovitch Smirnov.
Hi, I'm Taline Banks, and I'll be playing Luka.
Hi, and now for the proposal.
Hi, I'm Tim Domini. I'll be playing the father, Stephan Stepanovitch Chubykov.
I'm Veronica, and I'll be playing Natalya Stepanova.
Hi, I'm Aaron Noriega. I'll be playing Ivan Vassilevitch Lomov.
Hi, I'm Joe Rothstein, and in the anniversary, I'm playing Andreyevitch Shipuchin.
Hi, my name is Nicole Zimmermann, and I'll be playing Tatiana Alexeyevna.
Hi, I'm Luann Salkin, and I'll be playing Kuzman Nikolaevich Hershin.
Hello, my name is Regan McKenzie, and I'll be playing Natasya Fyodorovna Mitrotrinyaka.
Wonderful. So there's a lot of names in this one, and we say them a lot. So if you ever forget them, don't worry, we're going to say them again. So without further ado, we are presenting The Bear.
It isn't right, madam. You're just destroying yourself. The maid and the cook have gone off fruit picking. Every living being is rejoicing. Even the cat understands how to enjoy herself and walks about in the yard catching midges. Only you sit in this room all day as if this was a convent and don't take any pleasure. Yes, really, I reckon it's a whole year that you haven't left the house.
I shall never go out. Why should I? My life is already at an end. He is in his grave, and I have buried myself between four walls. We are both dead.
Well, there you are. Nikolai Mikhailovich is dead. Well, it's the will of God, and may his soul rest in peace. You've mourned him, and quite right. But you can't go on weeping and wearing mourning forever. My old woman died too, when her time came. Well, I grieved over her. I wept for a month, and that's enough for her. If I've got to weep for a whole age, well, the old woman isn't worth it. You've forgotten all your neighbors. You don't go anywhere, and you see nobody. We live, so to speak, like spiders, and we never see the light. The mice have eaten my livery. It isn't as if there were no good people around, for the district's full of them. There's a regiment quartered at Ryblov, and the officers are such beauties you can never gaze your fill at them. And every Friday there's a ball at the camp, and every day the soldiers' band plays. And my lady, you're young and beautiful, with roses in your cheek. If only you took a little pleasure. Beauty won't last long, you know. In 10 years' time, you'll want to be a peahen of yourself among the officers, but they won't look at you, and it'll be too late.
I must ask you never to talk to me about it. You know that when Nikolai Mikhailovich died, life lost all its meaning for me. I vowed never to the end of my days to cease wearing mourning or to see the light. You hear? Let his ghost see how well I love him. Yes, I know it's no secret to you that he was often unfair to me, cruel and even unfaithful, but I shall be true till death and show him how I can love. There, beyond the grave, he will see me as I was before his death.
Instead of talking like that, you ought to go and have a walk in the garden, or else order Toby or Giant to be harnessed and then drive out to see some of the neighbors. Madam, dear madam, what is it? Bless you.
He was so fond of Toby. He always used to ride him to the Korchagins and the Vassilevs. How well he could ride. What grace there was in his figure when he pulled at the reins with all his strength. Do you remember? Toby, Toby. Tell the them to give him an extra feed of oats.
Yes, madam.
Who's that? Tell them that I receive nobody.
Yes, madam.
You will see, Nicholas, how I can love and forgive. My love will die out with me, only when this poor heart will cease to beat. Aren't you ashamed? I am a good and virtuous wife. I've locked myself in and will be true to you till the grave. And you, aren't you ashamed? You bad child. You deceived me, had Rose with me, left me alone for weeks on end.
Madam, somebody is asking for you. He wants to see you.
But didn't you tell him that since the death of my husband, I have stopped receiving?
I did, but he wouldn't even listen. Says it's a very pressing affair.
I do not receive.
I told him so, but the devil curses and pushes himself right in. He's in the dining room now.
Very well. Ask him in. What manners! How these people annoy me. What does he want of me? Why should he disturb my peace? No, I see that I shall have to go into a convent after all. Yes, into a convent.
You fool, you're too fond of talking, ass. Oh, madam, I have the honor to present myself. I am Grigory Stepanovitch Smirnov, landowner and retired lieutenant of artillery. I'm compelled to disturb you on a very pressing affair.
What do you want?
Your late husband, with whom I had the honor of being acquainted, died in my debt for 1,200 rubles on 2 bills of exchange. As I've got to pay the interest on a mortgage tomorrow, I've come to ask you, madame, to pay me the money today.
1,200? And what was my husband in debt to you for?
He used to buy oats from me.
So don't you forget, Luka, to give Toby an extra feed of oats. If Nikolai Mikhailovich died in debt to you, then I shall certainly repay you. But you must excuse me today, as I haven't had any spare cash. The day after tomorrow, my steward will be back from town, and I'll give him instructions to settle your account. But at the moment, I cannot do as you wish. Moreover, it's exactly 7 months to the day since the death of my husband, and I'm in a state of mind which absolutely prevents me from giving money matters my attention.
And I'm in a state of mind which, if I don't pay the interest due tomorrow, will force me to make a graceful exit from this life feet first. They'll take my estate.
You'll have your money the day after tomorrow.
I don't want the money the day after tomorrow. I want it today.
You must excuse me. I can't pay you.
And I can't wait till after tomorrow.
Well, what can I do if I haven't the money now?
You mean to say you can't pay me?
I can't.
Is that the last word you've got to say?
Yes, the last word.
The last word? Absolutely your last?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I'll make a note of it. And then people want me to keep calm. I meet a man on the road and he asks me, "Why are you always so angry, Grigory Stepanovitch?" But how on earth am I not to get angry? I want the money desperately. I rode out yesterday, early in the morning, and called on all my debtors, and not a single one of them paid up. I was just about deadbeat after all. Slept goodness knows where in some inn kept by a Jew, with a vodka barrel by my head. At last I get here, 70 versts from home, and I hope to get something, and I'm received by you with a state of mind. How shouldn't I get angry?
I thought I distinctly said my steward will pay you when he returns from town.
I didn't come to your steward, but to you. What the devil, excuse my saying so, have I to do with your steward?
Excuse me, sir. I'm not accustomed to listen to such expressions, or to such a tone of voice. I want to hear no more.
Well, there, a state of mind. Husband died 7 months ago. Must I pay the interest or mustn't I ask you? Must I pay or must I not? Suppose your husband is dead and you've got a state of mind and nonsense of that sort, and your steward's gone away somewhere. Devil take him. What do you want me to do? Do you think I can fly away from my creditors in a balloon, or what? Or do you expect me to go and run my head into a brick wall? I go to Grustev and he isn't at home. Yaroshevich has hidden himself. I had a violent row with Kurtzin and nearly threw him out of the window. Masugo has something the matter with his bowels, and this woman has a state of mind. Not one of the swine wants to pay me, just because I'm too gentle with them, because I'm a rag. Just weak wax in their hands. I'm much too gentle with them. Well, just you wait. You'll find out what I'm like. I shan't let you play about with me, confound it! I shall jolly well stay here until she pays. Brr, how angry I am today. How angry I am! Oh, my inside is quivering with anger, and I can't even breathe. For my word, I even feel sick. Waiter!
What is it?
Get me some Kvasser water! What a way to reason. A man is in desperate need of his money, and she won't pay it because, you see, she is not disposed to attend money matters. That's real silly feminine logic. That's why I never did like and don't like now to have to talk to women. I'd rather sit on a barrel of gunpowder than talk to a woman. Brr, I feel quite chilly, and it's all account of that little bit of fluff. I can't even see one of those poetic creatures from a distance without breaking into a cold sweat of sheer anger. I can't look at them.
Madam is ill and will see nobody.
Get out! Ill and see nobody. No, it's all right. You don't see me. I'm going to stay and sit here until you give me the money. You can be ill for a week if you like, and I'll stay here for a week. If you're ill for a year, I'll stay for a year. I'm going to get my own, my dear. You don't get at me with your widow's weeds and your dimpled cheeks. I know those dimples. Simeon, take them out. We aren't going away at once. I'm staying here. Tell them in the stable to give the horses some oats. You fool! You've let the horse's leg get tied up in the reins again. Never mind. I'll give it to you. Never mind. Oh, it's bad. The heat's frightful and nobody pays up. I slept badly, and on top of everything else, here's a little bit of fluff in mourning with a state of mind. My head's aching. Shall I have some vodka? What? Yes, I think I will. Waiter!
What is it?
A glass of vodka. Oof. Oh, I must say, I look well. Dust all over, boots dirty, unwashed, unkempt, straw on my waistcoat. The dear lady may have well taken me for a brigand. It's rather impolite to come into a drawing room in this state, but it can't be helped. I am not here as a visitor, but as a creditor, and there's no dress specially prescribed for creditors.
You allow yourself to go very far, sir.
What?
Nothing. I really...
Whom are you talking to? Shut up!
The devil's come to stay. Bad luck that brought him.
Oh, how angry I am. So angry that I think I could grind the whole world to dust. I even feel sick. Waiter!
Sir, in my solitude, I have grown unaccustomed to the masculine voice, and I can't stand shouting. I must ask you not to disturb my peace.
Pay me the money and I'll go.
I told you perfectly plainly, I haven't any money to spare. Wait until the day after tomorrow.
And I told you perfectly plainly, I don't want the money the day after tomorrow, but today. If you don't pay me today, I'll have to hang myself tomorrow.
But what can I do if I haven't got the money? You're so strange.
Then you won't pay me now, eh?
I can't.
In that case, I stay here, and I shall wait until I get it. You're going to pay me the day after tomorrow. Very well, I'll stay here until the day after tomorrow. I'll sit here all the time. I ask you, have I got to pay the interest tomorrow, or haven't I? Or do you think I'm doing this for a joke?
Please don't shout. This isn't a stable.
I wasn't asking you about a stable, but whether I got my interest to pay tomorrow or not.
You don't know how to behave before women.
No, I do know how to behave before women.
No, you don't. You're a rude, ill-bred man. Decent people don't talk to a woman like that.
What a business. How do you want me to talk to you? In French or what? Madame, how happy I am that you don't pay me. Ah, pardon, I have disturbed you. Such lovely weather today, and how well you look in mourning.
That's silly and rude.
Silly and rude. I don't know how to behave before women. Madam, in my time I've seen more women than you've seen sparrows. 3 times I fought duels on account of women. I've refused 12 women and 9 have refused me. Yes, there was a time when I played the fool, scented myself, used honeyed words, wore jewelry, made beautiful bows. I used to love, to suffer, to sigh at the moon, to get sour, to thaw, to freeze. I used to love passionately, madly, every blessed, my goodness, every blessed way, devil take me, I used to chatter like a magpie about emancipation and wasted half of my wealth on tender feelings. But now, you must excuse me. You won't get around me like that now. I've had enough. Black eyes, passionate eyes, ruby lips, dimpled cheeks, the moon whispers, timid breathing. I wouldn't give a brass farthing for the lot, madam. Present company always accepted. All women, great or little, are insincere, crooked, backbiters, envious, liars to the marrows of their bones, vain, trivial, merciless, unreasonable, and as far as this is concerned, excuse my outspokenness, a sparrow can give 10 points to any philosopher in petticoats you like to name. You look at one of these poetic creatures, all muslin and ethereal demigoddess. You have a million transports of joy, and you look into her soul and see a common crocodile. But the most disgusting thing of all is that this crocodile, for some reason or another, imagines that its chef d'oeuvre's privilege and monopoly is its tender feelings. Why, confound it, hang on that nail feet upwards if you like, but have you met a woman who can love anybody except a lapdog? When she's in love, can she do anything but snivel and slobber? While the man is suffering and making sacrifices, all her love expresses itself in her playing about with her scarf and trying to hook him more firmly by the nose. You have the misfortune to be a woman. You know from yourself what it is, the nature of woman. Tell me truthfully, have you ever seen a woman who is sincere, faithful, and constant? You haven't. Only freaks and old women are faithful and constant. You'll meet a cat with horn or a white woodcock sooner than a constant woman.
Then, according to you, who is faithful and constant in love? Is it the man?
Yes, the man.
The man. Men are faithful and constant in love? What an idea. What right have you to talk like that? Men are faithful and constant? Since we are talking about it, I'll tell you that of all the men I knew and know, the best was my late husband. I loved him passionately with all my being, as only a young and imaginative woman can love. I gave him my youth, my happiness, my life, my fortune. I breathed in him. I worshipped him as if I were a heathen. And what then? The best of men shamelessly deceived me at every step. After his death, I found in his desk a whole drawer full of love letters. And when he was alive, it's an awful thing to remember. He used to leave me alone for weeks at a time and make love to other women and betray me before my eyes. He wasted my money and made fun of my feelings. And in spite of all that, I loved him and was true to him. And not only that, but now that he is dead, I am still true and constant to his memory. I have shut myself forever within these 4 walls and will wear these weeds to the very end.
Weeds. I don't understand what you take me for. As if I don't know why you wear that black domino and bury yourself between four walls. I should say I did. It's so mysterious, so poetic. When some junker or some tame poet goes past your windows, he'll think, there lives the mysterious Tamara, for who the love of her husband buried herself between four walls. We know these games.
What? How dare you say all that to me?
You may have buried yourself alive, but you haven't forgotten to powder your face.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Please don't shout. I'm not your steward. You must allow me to call things by their real names. I'm not a woman, and I'm used to saying what I think straight out. Don't you shout either.
I'm not shouting, it's you. Please leave me alone.
Pay me my money and I'll go.
I shan't give you any money.
Oh, no, you will.
I shan't give you a farthing just to spite you. You leave me alone.
I have not the pleasure of being either your husband or your fiancé, so please don't make scenes. I don't like it.
So you sit down?
I do.
I ask you to go away.
Give me my money. Oh, how angry I am. How angry I am.
I don't want to talk to impudent scoundrels. Get out of this. Aren't you going? No?
No.
No?
No.
Very well then. Luka, show this gentleman out.
Would you mind going out, sir, as you're asked? You needn't.
Shut up! Who are you talking to? I'll chop you into pieces.
Little father, what people? Oh, I'm ill. I can't breathe.
Where's Dasha? 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 Pelageya? Dasha!
Oh, they're all gone out to pick fruit. There's nobody at home. I'm ill. Water.
Get out of this now.
Can't you be more polite?
You're a boar, a coarse bear, a bourbon, a monster.
What? What did you say?
I said you are a bear, a monster.
May I ask what right you have to insult me?
And suppose I am insulting you? Do you think I'm afraid of you?
And do you think that just because you're a poetic creature, you can insult me with impunity? We'll fight it out.
Little fathers, what people? Water.
Pistols!
Do you think I'm afraid of you just because you have large fists at a bull's throat? You bourbon.
We'll fight it out, or I'm not going to be insulted by anybody. Now, I don't care if you are a woman, one of the softer sex indeed.
Bear, bear, bear.
It's about time we got rid of the prejudice that only men need to pay for their insults. Devil take it, if you want equality of rights, you can have it. We're going to fight it out.
With pistols? Very well.
This very minute.
This very minute. My husband has some pistols. I'll bring them here. With pleasure, it will give me to put a bullet in your thick head. Devil take you.
I'll bring her down like a chicken. I'm not a little boy or a sentimental puppy. I don't care about this softer sex.
Gracious little fathers. Have pity on a poor old man and go away from here. You frightened her to death and now you want to shoot her.
If she fights, well, that's equality of rights, emancipation and all that. Here the sexes are equal. I'll shoot her on principle. But what a woman. Devil take you, I'll put a bullet in your thick head. How she reddened, how her cheeks shone. She accepted my challenge. My word, it's the first time in my life I've seen.
Go away, sir, and I'll always pray to God for you.
She is a woman, that's the sort I can understand. A real woman, not a sour-faced jelly bag, but fire, gunpowder, a rocket. I'm even sorry I'll have to kill her.
Dear sir, do go away.
I absolutely like her. Absolutely. Even though her cheeks are dimpled, I like her. I'm almost ready to let the debt go, and I'm not angry any longer. Wonderful woman.
Here are the pistols. But before we fight, you must show me how to fire. I've never held a pistol in my hands before.
Lord have mercy on her. I'll go and find the coachman and the gardener. Why has this infliction come on us?
You see, there are several sorts of pistols. There are Mortimer pistols specifically made for duels. They fire a percussion cap. These are Smith & Wesson revolvers, triple action with extractors. These are excellent pistols. They can't cost less than 90 rubles the pair. You must hold the revolver like this. Her eyes, her eyes. What an inspiring woman.
Like this?
Yes, like this. Then you cock the trigger and take aim like this. Put your head back a little, hold your arm out properly like that, then you press the thing with your finger and that's all. The great thing is to keep cool and aim steadily. Try not to jerk your arm.
Very well. It's inconvenient to shoot in a room. Let's go into the garden.
Come along then, but I warn you, I'm going to fire in the air.
That's the last straw. Why?
Because it's my affair.
Are you afraid? Yes. No, sir, you don't get out of it. You come with me. I shan't have any peace until I've made a hole in your forehead, the forehead which I hate so much. Are you afraid?
Yes, I am afraid.
You lie. Why won't you fight?
Because I like you.
He likes me? He dares to say that he likes me. There's the way.
Listen, are you still angry? I'm devilishly annoyed too, but do you understand how I can express myself? The fact is, you see, it's like this, so to speak. Well, is it my fault that I like you? Ugh, devil take it! How I'm smashing up your furniture! I like you! Do you understand? I almost love you!
Get away from me! I hate you!
God, what a woman! I've never in my life seen one like her. I'm lost, done for, fallen into a mousetrap like a mouse.
Stand back or I'll fire!
Fire then! You can't understand what happiness it would be to die before those beautiful eyes, to be shot by a revolver held in that little velvet hand. I'm out of my senses. Think and make up your mind at once, because if I go out, we shall never see each other again. Decide now. I am a landowner and of respectable character, and have an income of 10,000 a year. I can put a bullet through a coin tossed into the air as it comes down. I own some fine horses. Will you be my wife?
Let's fight. Let's go out.
I'm mad. I understand nothing. Waiter! Water!
Let's go out and fight.
I'm off my head. I'm in love like a boy, like a fool. I love you! I love you as I've never loved before. I've refused 12 women. 9 have refused me, but I never loved one of them as I love you. I'm weak. I'm wax. I've melted. I'm on my knees like a fool offering you my hand. Shame, shame. I haven't been in love for 5 years. I'd taken a vow, and now all of a sudden I'm in love like a fish out of water. I offer you my hand. Yes or no? You want me? Very well.
Stop.
Well?
Nothing. Go away. No, stop. No, go away. Go away. I hate you. Or no, don't go away. Oh, if you knew how angry I am, how angry I am. My fingers have swollen because of all of this. What are you waiting for? Get out.
Goodbye.
Yes, go away. Where are you going? Stop. No, go away. Oh, how angry I am. Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
How angry I am with myself. I'm in love like a student. I've been on my knees. I love you. What do I want to fall in love with you for? Tomorrow I've got to pay the interest and begin mowing. And here you, I shall never forgive myself for this.
Get away from me. Take your hands away. I hate you. Let's go and fight.
Little fathers.
Luka, tell them in the stables that Toby isn't to have any oats at all today. And now we present the proposal.
My dear fellow, who do I see? Ivan Vassilevitch. I'm extremely glad. Now this is a surprise, darling. How are you?
Oh, thank you. And how may you be getting on?
We get along somehow, my angel, to your prayers, and so on. Sit down, please do. Now, you know you shouldn't forget all about your neighbors. My darling, my dear fellow, why are you so formal in your get-up? Evening dress, gloves, and so on. Can you be going anywhere, my treasure?
Oh, no, I've come only to see you, honored Stepan Stepanovitch.
Then why are you in evening dress? My precious, as if you're playing a New Year's Eve visit.
Well, you see, it's like this. I've come to you, honored Stepan Stepanovitch, to trouble you with a request. Not once or twice have I already had the privilege of applying to you for help, and you have always, so to speak, I must ask your pardon. I am getting excited. I shall drink some water, Stepan Stepanovitch.
He's come to borrow money. I shan't give him any. And what is it, my beauty?
Well, you see, honor Stepanich, I beg pardon, honor Stephan, I'm awfully excited, as you will please notice. In short, you alone can help me, though I don't deserve it, of course, and I haven't any right to count on your assistance.
Oh, don't go round it, darling. Spit it out.
Oh, one moment. This very minute, the fact is, I've come to ask the hand of your daughter, Natalya Stepanovna, in marriage.
By Jove, Ivan Vassilevitch! Say it again, I didn't hear it all!
Oh, I have the honor to ask...
Oh, my dear fellow, I am so glad. Oh, and so on. And indeed, all that sort of thing. Oh, I've been hoping for it for a long time. It's been my continual desire. And I've always loved you, my angel, as if you were my own son. May God give you both his help and his love, and so on. And I do hope so much. Why am I behaving in this idiotic way? I'm off balance with joy, absolutely off my balance. Oh, with all my soul. I'll go and call Natasha and all that.
Oh. Honored Stepan Stepanovitch, do you think I may count on her consent?
Oh, why, of course, my darling. As if she wouldn't consent. She's in love, egad. She's like a lovesick cat, and so on. I shan't be long.
Oof. I'm cold. Oh, I'm trembling all over. Oh, just as if I got an examination before me. The great thing is, I must have my mind made up. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, to look for an ideal or for real love, then I'll never get married. Oh, it's cold. Natalya Stepanovna is an excellent housekeeper. Not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? Oh, but I'm getting a noise in my ear from excitement. Ooh. And, it's impossible for me not to marry. In the first place, I'm already 25, a critical age, so to speak. In the second place, I ought to lead a quiet and regular life. I suffer from palpitations. I am excitable, and I'm always getting awfully upset. At this very moment, my lips are trembling, and there's a twitch in my right eyebrow. But the very worst of all is the way I sleep. I no sooner get into bed and begin to go off when suddenly something in my left side gives a pull and I can feel it in my shoulder and head. I jump up like a lunatic, walk around a bit and lie down again, but as soon as I begin to get off to sleep, there's another pull, and this may happen 20 times before I can even get to sleep.
Well, there. You and Papa said, oh, there's a merchant come for his goods. How do you do, Ivan Vassilevitch?
How do you do, honored Natalya Stepanovna?
You must excuse my apron and negligee. We're shelling peas for drying.
Oh.
Why haven't you been here for such a long time? Sit down. Won't you have some lunch?
Oh, no thank you. I've had some already.
Then smoke, here are the matches. The weather is splendid now, but yesterday it was so wet that the workmen didn't do anything all day. How much hay have you stacked? Just think, I felt greedy and had a whole field cut, and now I'm not at all pleased about it because I'm afraid my hay may rot. I ought to have waited a bit. But what's this? Why, you're in evening dress. Why, I never. Are you going to a ball or what? No, I must say you look better. Tell me, why are you got up like that?
Well, you see, my honored Natalya Stepanovna, the fact is, I've made up my mind to ask you to hear me out. Of course, you'll be surprised and, perhaps even angry. Oh my God, it's awfully cold.
What's the matter? Well?
I shall try to be brief. You must know, honored Natalya Stepanovna, that I have long, since childhood in fact, had the privilege of knowing your family. My late aunt and her husband, from whom, as you know, I inherited my land, always had the greatest respect for your father and your late mother. The Lomovs and the Chubykovs have always had the most friendly, and I might almost say the most affectionate regard for each other. And as you know, my land is a near neighbor of yours. You will remember that my oxen meadows touch your birch woods.
Excuse my interrupting you. You say, my oxen meadows. But are they yours?
Oh, yes, mine. Yes.
What are you talking about? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours.
Oh, no. Mine, honored Natalya Stepanovna.
Well, I never knew that before. How do you make that out?
How? I'm speaking of those oxen meadows which are wedged in between your birch woods and the burnt marsh.
Yes, they're ours.
No, you're mistaken, Natalya Stepanovna. They're mine.
Just think, Ivan Vassilevitch. How long have they been yours?
How long? As long as I can remember.
Really, you won't get me to believe that.
But you can see from the documents, honored Natalya Stepanovna, oxen meadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute, but now everybody knows that they are mine. There's nothing to argue about. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity to the peasants of your father's grandfather, in return for which they were to make bricks for her. The peasants belonging to your father's grandfather had the free use of the meadows for 40 years and had got into the habit of regarding them as their own when it happened that—
it isn't like that at all. Both my grandfather and great-grandfather reckoned that their land extended to burnt marsh, which means that oxen meadows were ours. I don't see what there is to argue about. It's simply silly.
I will show you the documents, Natalya Stepanovna.
No, you're simply joking or making fun of me. What a surprise. We've had the land for nearly 300 years, and then we're suddenly told that it isn't ours. Ivan Vassilevitch, I can hardly believe my own ears. These meadows aren't worth much to me. They only come to 5 desiccants and are worth perhaps 300 rubles, but I can't stand unfairness. Say what you will, but I can't stand unfairness.
Hear me out. I implore you, the peasants of your father's grandfather, as I have already had the honor of explaining to you, used to make bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them to be a pleasant...
I can't make heads or tails of all of this about aunts and grandfathers and grandmothers. The meadows are ours, and that is all.
Mine!
Ours! You can go on proving it for 2 days on end. You can go and put on 15 dress jackets, but I tell you they're ours, ours, ours! I don't want anything of yours, and I don't want to give up anything of mine. So there.
Natalya Ivanovna, I don't want the meadows, but I am acting on principle. If you like, I'll make you a present of them.
I can make you a present of them myself because they're mine. Your behavior, Ivan Vassilevitch, is strange to say the least. Up to this, we have always thought of you as a good neighbor, a friend. Last year, we lent you our threshing machine, although on that account we had to put off our own threshing till November. But you behaved just as if we were gypsies, giving me my own land indeed. No, really, that's not at all neighborly. In my opinion, it's even impotent, if you want to know.
Then you make out that I'm a land grabber? Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land, and I shan't allow anybody to accuse me of having done so. Oxen Meadows are mine.
It's not true. They're ours.
Mine.
It's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers out to Meadows this very day.
What?
My mowers will be there this very day.
I'll give it to them in the neck.
You dare.
Oxen Meadows are mine. You understand? Mine.
Please don't shout. You can shout yourself hoarse in your own house, but here I must ask you to restrain yourself.
If it wasn't, madam, for this awful, excruciating palpitation, if my whole inside wasn't upset, I'd talk to you in a different way. Oxen Meadows are mine!
Ours!
Mine!
Ours!
Mine!
What's the matter? What are you shouting at?
Papa, please tell to this gentleman who owns Oxen Meadows, we or he?
Darling, the meadows are ours.
But please, Stepanovitch, how can they be yours? Do be a reasonable man. My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and got as accustomed to it as if it was their own. When it happened that, in fact...
Excuse me, my precious. You forget just this, that the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that, because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everyone knows they're ours. It means that you haven't seen the plan.
No, I'll prove to it that they're mine.
You won't prove it, my darling.
I shall.
Dear one, why yell like that? You won't prove anything just by yelling. I don't want anything of yours, and I don't plan to give up what I have. Why should I? And you know, my beloved, that if you propose to go on arguing about it, I'd much sooner give up the meadows to the peasants than to you. There.
I don't understand. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property?
You may take it that I know whether I have the right or not, because, young man, I am not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice, and so on. I, young man, am twice your age, and I ask you to speak to me without agitating yourself and all that.
No, you just think that I'm a fool and want to have me on. You call my land yours, and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely? Good neighbors don't behave like that, Stepanovitch. You're not a neighbor, you're a grabber.
What is that? What do you say?
Papa, send the mowers out to the meadows at once.
What did you say, sir?
Oxen Meadows are ours, and I shan't give them up. Shan't give them up. Shan't give them up.
We'll see. I'll have the matter taken to court, and then I'll show you.
To court? You can take it to court and all that. You can. I know you. You're just a lookout for a chance to go to court and all that. You petty fogger. Your people were like that. All of them.
Never mind about my people. The Lomovs have all been honorable people, and not one has ever been tried for embezzlement like your grandfather.
You Lomanovs have had lunacy in your family.
All.
Your grandfather was a drunkard, and your younger aunt, Nastasia Milhavovna, ran away with an architect, and so on.
And your mother was humpbacked. Oh, something pulling at my side. My head. Oh, help. Water.
Your father was a guzzling gambler.
And there haven't been many backbiters to equal your aunt.
Oh, my foot has gone to sleep. Oh, you're an intriguer. Oh, my heart. And it's an open secret that before last elections, you, I can see stars. Where's my hat?
It's low. It's dishonest. It's mean.
And you're just a malicious, a double-faced intriguer.
Oh,
Yes.
here's my hat. My heart. Which way? Where's the door? Oh, I think I'm dying. My foot's gone quite now.
And don't step foot in this house again.
Take it to court. We'll see.
Devil take him.
What a rascal. What trust can one have in one's neighbors after that?
That villain, the scarecrow.
The monster. First he takes our land, and then he has the impudence to abuse us.
And that blind hen, that turnip ghost, had the confounded cheek to make a proposal, and so on. What a proposal!
What proposal?
Oh, he came here to propose to you.
To propose? To me? Why didn't you tell me so before?
He dresses up in evening clothes, the stuffed sausage, the wizened-faced frump.
To propose to me? Ah! Bring him back! Bring him here!
Bring whom here?
Quick! I'm ill! Fetch him!
What is that? What's the matter with you? Oh, unhappy man that I am. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. We've done for her.
I'm dying! Fetch him!
Oh, phoo. At once. Don't yell.
What have they done to me? Fetch him back! Fetch him!
Whew. He's coming. And so on. Devil take him. Oof. Talk to him yourself. I don't want to.
Fetch him!
He's coming, I tell you. Oh, what a burden, Lord, to be the father of a grown-up daughter. I'll cut my throat. I will indeed. We cursed him, abused him, drove him out, and it's all you.
No, it was you.
I tell you, it's not my fault.
Oh, my heart's palpitating awfully. Oh, my foot's gone to sleep. There's something keeps pulling in my side.
Forgive us, Ivan Vassilevitch. We were all a little heated. I remember now. Oxen Meadows really are yours.
Oh, my heart's beating awfully. My meadows. Oh, my eyebrows are both twitching.
The meadows are yours. Yes, yours. Do sit down. We were wrong.
I did it on principle. My land is worth so little to me. But the principle.
Yes, the principle. Just so.
Oh, the more.
Now let's talk of something else.
The more so as I have evidence. My aunt's grandmother gave the land to your father's grandfather's peasants.
Yes, let that pass. I wish I knew how to get him started. Are you going to start shooting soon?
Oh. Well, I'm thinking of having a go at the Black Cock honored Natalya Stepanovna after the harvest. Oh, have you heard? Just think what a misfortune I've had. My dog, Guess, whom you know has gone lame. And
what a pity. Why?
Oh, I don't know. Must have gotten twisted or bitten by some other dog. Oh, my very best dog, to say nothing of the expense. I gave Smirnov 125 rubles for him.
It was too much, Ivan Vassilevitch.
Oh, no, I think it was very cheap. He's a first-rate dog, you know.
Papa gave 85 rubles for his squeezer, and Squeezer's heaps better than Guess.
Oh, Squeezer? Better than Guess? What an idea! Squeezer better than Guess.
Of course he's better. Of course, Squeezer is young. He may develop a bit, but on points and pedigree, he's better than anything that even Volenchevsky has got.
Excuse me, Natalya Stepanovna, but you forget that he is an overshot, and an overshot always means that the dog is a bad hunter.
Overshot, is he? The first time I hear it.
I assure you. Look, his lower jaw is shorter than the upper.
Have you measured?
Yes. He's all right at following, of course, but if you want him to get a hold of anything, well...
In the first place, our Squeezer is a thoroughbred animal, the son of harness and chisels. Why, there is no getting at the pedigree of your dog at all. He's old and as ugly as a worn-out cab horse.
He is old, but I wouldn't take 5 Squeezers for him. Why, how can you? Guess is a dog. As for Squeezer, well, it's too funny to argue. Anybody you like has a dog as good as Squeezer. You may find them under every bush almost. 25 rubles would be a handsome price to pay for him.
There's some demon of contradiction in you today, Ivan Vassilevitch. First you pretend that the meadows are yours, now that Guess is better than Squeezer? I don't like people who don't say what they mean, because you know perfectly well that Squeezer is 100 times better than your silly Guess. Why do you want to say it isn't?
I see, Natalya Stepanovna, that you consider me either blind or a fool. You must realize that Squeezer is overshot.
It's not true.
He is.
It's not true.
Why shout, madam?
Why talk rot? It's awful. It's time your Guess was shot and you compare him with Squeezer.
Excuse me, I cannot get any of this discussion because my heart is palpitating.
I've noticed that with hunters argue most who know least.
Madam, please be silent. My heart is going to pieces. Shut up!
I shan't shut up until you acknowledge that Squeezer's 100 times better than your Guess.
100 times worse be hanged to your Squeezer. His head, his eyes, his shoulder.
There's no need to hang your silly Guess. He's half dead already.
Oh, shut up. My heart is bursting.
I shan't shut up.
What is the matter now?
Papa, tell us truly, which is the better dog, our Squeezer or his Guess?
Stepanovitch, I implore you, tell me just one thing. Is your Squeezer overshot or not? Yes or no?
And suppose he is. What does it matter? He's the best dog in the district for all that, and so on.
But isn't my Guess better really now? Come on, it's...
Don't excite yourself, my precious one. Allow me. Your Guess certainly has his good points. He's purebred, firm on his feet, has well-sprung ribs and all that. But my dear man, if you want to know the truth, that dog has 2 defects. He's old, and he's short in the muzzle.
Excuse me, my heart. Let's take the facts. You will remember that on the Marasinsky hunt, my Guess ran neck and neck with a Count's dog while your Squeezer was at the whole verst behind.
He got left behind because the Counter's whipper-in hit him with his whip.
And with good reason. The dogs are running after a fox while Squeezer goes and starts worrying a sheep.
It's not true. My dear fellow, I am very liable to lose my temper. And just because of that, let's stop arguing. You started because everybody's always jealous of everybody else's dogs. Yes, we're all like that. You too, sir, aren't blameless. You no longer notice that some dog is better than your Guess. Then you begin with this, that, and the other, and all that. I remember everything.
I remember too.
I remember too. What do you remember?
Oh, my heart. My foot's gone to sleep. I can't.
My heart. What sort of a hunter are you? You ought to go and lie on the kitchen oven and catch black beetles, not to go after foxes. My heart.
Yes, really. What sort of hunter are you anyway? You ought to sit at home with your palpitations, not go tracking animals. You could go hunting, but you could only to argue with people and interfere with their dogs and so on. Let's change the subject in case I lose my temper. You're not a hunter at all.
And are you a hunter? You only go hunting to get in with the Count and to intrigue. Oh, my heart. Oh, you're an intriguer.
What? I am an intriguer? Shut up.
An intriguer?
boy pup.
Old rat, Jesuit.
Shut up, or I'll shoot you like a partridge. you
Everybody
fool.
knows that. Oh, my heart. Your late wife used to beat you. Oh, my feet. Temples of sparks. Oh, I fall.
And you're under the slipper of your housekeeper.
There. My heart's burst. My shoulders come off. Where is my shoulder? I die. Oh.
Boy, milksop, fool. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, sick.
What sort of a hunter are you? You can't even sit on a horse. Papa, what's the matter with him? Papa? Look, Papa! Ah! Vassilevitch, he's dead!
I'm sick. I can't breathe air.
He's dead! Ivan Vassilevitch, what have you done to me? He's dead. A doctor!
Oh, what is it? What's the matter?
He's dead! Dead!
So he is, my word. Water? A doctor? Drink this. No, he doesn't drink. It means he's dead and all that? Oh, I'm the most unhappy of men. Why don't I put a bullet into my brain? Why haven't I cut my throat yet? What am I waiting for? Give me a knife. Give me a pistol. He seems to be coming around. Drink some water. That's right.
I see stars. I see mist. Where am I?
Just hurry up, get married, and, well, to the devil with you. She's willing. She's willing and all that. I give you my blessing, and so on. Just leave me in peace.
Huh? What? To whom? Huh?
She's willing. Well, kiss. Be damned to you.
He's alive! Yes, I'm willing.
Huh?
Kiss each other.
Oh, kiss whom? What? Oh, oh, very nice too. Excuse me, what's it all about? Oh, now I understand. My heart. Stars! Oh, I'm happy, Natalya Stepanovna. Oh, my foot's gone to sleep.
I'm happy too.
Oh, what a weight off my shoulders.
But still, you will admit now that guess is worse than squeezer?
Better.
Worse.
Well, that's the way to start your family bliss. Champagne!
He's better!
Worse!
Champagne, I say, champagne!
And now, the anniversary.
Send out to the chemist for 15 kopecks worth of valerian drops and tell them to bring some drinking water to the director's office. This is the 100th time I've asked. I'm absolutely tired out. This is the 4th day I've been working without a chance of shutting my eyes. From morning till evening I work here, from evening to morning at home. And I've got an inflammation all over me. I'm hot and cold, and I cough, and my legs ache, and there's something dancing before my eyes. Our scoundrel of a chairman, the brute, is going to read a report at a general meeting. Our bank, its present and future. You'd think he was a gambetta. 211607. Next. 6016. He just wants to throw dust into people's eyes, and so I sit here and work for him like a gallery slave. This report of his is poetic fiction and nothing more. And here I've got to sit all day after day and add devil take his soul. I can't stand it. That is 13721 not. He promised to reward me for my work. If everything goes well today and the public is properly put into blinkers, he's promised me a gold charm and 300 rubles bonus. We'll see. Yes, but if my work all goes for nothing, then you'd better look out. I'm very excitable. If I lose my temper, I'm capable of committing some crime, so look out! Yes!
Thank you. Thank you. I am extremely grateful. This present, my dear colleagues, will be preserved to the day of my death as a memory of the happiest days of my life. Yes, gentlemen, once more, I thank you. Oh, my dear respected Kuzma Nikolaevich.
I have the honor to congratulate you, Andrey Andreyevitch, on the 15th anniversary of our bank, and I hope that...
Thank you, my dear sir. Thank you. I think that in view of the unique character of the day, as it is an anniversary, we may kiss each other. I am very, very glad. Thank you for your service, for everything. If in the course of the time during which I have had the honor to be chairman of this bank, anything useful has been done, the credit is due more than to anybody else, to my colleagues. Yes, 15 years. 15 years as my name's Shipuchin. Where's my report? Is it getting on?
Yes, there's only 5 pages left.
Excellent, excellent. Then it will be ready by 3?
Well, if nothing occurs to disturb me, I'll get it done. Nothing of any importance is now left.
Splendid, splendid as my name's Shipuchin. The general meeting will be at 4. If you please, my dear fellow, give me the first half. I'll peruse it, quick. I base enormous hopes on this report. It's my profession de foi, or better still, my firework. My firework as my name's Shipuchin. Oh. I am hellishly tired. My gout kept on giving me trouble the last night. All morning I was running about, and then this excitement, ovations, agitations. I'm tired.
2, not 3, 9, 2, not. Oh, I can't see straight after all these figures. 3, 1, 6, 4, 1, 5.
Another unpleasantness. This morning, your wife came to see me and complained about you once again. She said last night you threatened her and her sister with a knife. Kuzma Nikolaevich, what do you mean by that?
As it's an anniversary, Andrey Andreyevitch, I'll ask for a special favor. Please, even if it's only out of respect for my toil, don't interfere with my family life, please.
Yours is an impossible character, Kuzma Nikolaevich. You're an excellent and respected man, but you behave to women like some scoundrel. Yes, really. I don't understand why you hate them so.
I wish I could understand why you love them so.
The employees have just presented me with an album, and the directors, as I've heard, are going to give me an address and a silver loving cup. Oh, very nice as my name's Shipuchin. It isn't excessive. A certain pomp is essential to the reputation of the bank, devil take it. You know something, of course? I composed the address myself, and I bought the cup myself too. Well, then there was 45 rubles for the cover of the address, but you can do without that. They'd never have thought of it for themselves. Look at the furniture. Just look at it. They say I'm stingy. That all I want is that the locks on the door should be polished, and the employees should wear fashionable ties, and that a fat hall porter should stand by the door. No, no, sir. Polished locks and a fat porter mean a good deal. I can behave as I like at home, eat and sleep like a pig, get drunk.
Please don't make hints.
Nobody's making hints. What an impossible character yours is. As I was saying, at home, I can live like a tradesman, a parvenu, and be up to any games I like, but here everything must be en grand. This is a bank. Here every detail must, imponere, so to speak, have a majestic appearance. My service to the bank has been just this. I've raised its reputation. A thing of immense importance is tone. Immense as my name's Shipuchin. My dear man, a deputation of shareholders may come here at any moment, and there you are in felt boots, wearing a scarf, in some absurdly colored jacket. You might have put on a frock coat, or at any rate, a dark jacket.
My health matters more to me than your shareholders. I've an inflammation all over me.
But you will admit that it's untidy. You spoiled the ensemble.
If the deputation comes, I can go and hide myself. It won't matter if 71712 no, I don't like untidiness myself. It's 729 I can't stand untidiness. It would have been wiser not to have invited ladies to today's anniversary dinner.
Oh, that's nothing.
I know you're going to have a hall filled with them tonight to make a good show, but you look out or they'll spoil everything. They cause all sorts of mischief and disorder.
On the contrary, feminine society elevates.
Yes. Well, your wife seems intelligent, but on the Monday of last week, she let something off that upset me for 2 days. In front of a lot of people, she suddenly asked, "Is it true that at our bank, my husband brought up a lot of the shares of the Drzaski-Pazaski Bank, which have been falling on exchange? My husband is so annoyed about that." This, in front of people. Why do you tell them everything? I don't understand. Do you want them to get into serious trouble?
Well, that's enough. Enough. All that's too dull for an anniversary. Which reminds me, by the way, my wife ought to be here soon. I really ought to have gone to the station to meet the poor little thing, but there's no time. And I'm tired. I must say I'm not glad of her. That is to say, I'm glad, but I'd be gladder if she only stayed longer, a couple of days with her mother. She'll want me to spend the whole evening with her tonight, whereas we have arranged a little excursion for ourselves. Oh, my nerves have already started dancing me about. And they are so strained that I think the very smallest trifle would be enough to make me break into tears. No, I must be strong, as my name's Shipuchin. Ah, in the nick of time.
Darling.
Oh, we were only speaking of you just now.
Were you very dull without me? Are you well? I haven't been home yet. I came here straight from the station. I've a lot to tell you. I couldn't wait. I shan't take off my clothes. I'll only stay a minute. Good morning, Kuzma Nikolaevich. Is everything all right at home?
Yes, quite. And you know, you've got to look plumper and better this week. Well, what sort of time did you have?
Splendid. Mama and Katya send their regards. Vasily Andreyevich sends you a kiss. Aunt sends a jar of jam and is annoyed because you didn't write. Zina sends you a kiss. Mwah. Oh, if you knew what's happened. If you only knew. I'm even frightened to tell you. Oh, if you only knew. Oh, but I see by your eyes that you're sorry I came.
No, on the contrary, darling.
Oh, poor Katya, poor Katya. I'm so sorry for her, so sorry for her.
This is the bank's anniversary today, darling. We may get a deputation of the shareholders at any moment.
Oh.
You're not dressed.
Oh, yes, the anniversary. I congratulate you, gentlemen. I wish you... Oh. So it means that today's the day of the meeting, the dinner. That's good. And do you remember that beautiful address which you spent such a long time composing for the shareholders? Will it be read today?
My dear, we don't talk about these things. You'd really better go home.
Oh, in a minute. I'll tell you everything in 1 minute and go. I'll tell you from the very beginning. Well, when you were seeing me off, you remember I was sitting next to that stout lady and I began to read. I don't like to talk in the train. I read for 3 stations and didn't say a word to anyone. Well, then the evening set in and I felt so mournful, with such sad thoughts. A young man was sitting opposite me. Not a bad-looking fellow, a brunette. Well, we fell into conversation. A sailor came along then some other student. I told them that I wasn't married and they did look after me. We chattered till midnight. The brunette kept telling me the most awfully funny stories and the sailor kept on singing. My chest began to ache from laughing. And when the sailor, those sailors, when he got to know my name was Tatiana, you know what he sang? On going, don't let me conceal it. I love Tatiana madly.
Tanya, dear, you're disturbing Kuzma Nikolaevich. Go home, dear. Later on.
No. Let him hear it if he wants to. It's awfully interesting. I'll end in a minute. Shirza came to meet me at the station. Some young man or other turns up, an inspector of taxes, I think. Quite handsome, especially his eyes. Shirza introduced me, and the 3 of us rode off together. It was lovely weather.
You can't. What do you want? What do you want? Stop doing that. No.
What's going on? Who's this?
Is there somebody there?
Sounds like it. Sounds like someone's trying to come in.
Well, you see, Your Excellency, my husband has been ill for 5 months, and while he was at home getting better, he was suddenly dismissed for no reason, Your Excellency. And when I went to get his salary, there you see, deducted 24 rubles, 36 kopecks from it. What for, I asked. They say, well, he drew it from employee's account and the others had to make it up. How can that be? How could he draw anything without my permission? No, Your Excellency, I'm a poor woman. My lodgers are all I have to live on. I'm weak and defenseless. Everybody does me some harm and nobody has a kind word for me.
Excuse me.
Yes, but first last week, I suddenly received a letter from my mother. She writes that a certain Grendelevsky has proposed to my sister Katya, a nice, modest young man, but with no means of his own and no assured position. And unfortunately, just think of it, Katya is absolutely gone on him. What's to be done? Mama writes telling me at once, come and influence Katya.
Excuse me. You've made me lose my place. You go talking about your mama and Katya, and I understand nothing, and I've lost my place.
What does that matter? You listen when a lady is talking to you. Why are you so angry today? Are you in love?
Excuse me, but what is this? I can't make head or tail of it.
Are you in love? You're blushing.
Anya, dear, go to the public office for a moment. I shan't be long.
All right.
I don't understand anything of this. You've obviously come to the wrong place, madam. Your petition doesn't concern us at all. You should go to the department in which your husband was employed.
Well, I've been there a good many times these 5 months, and they wouldn't even look at my petition. I've given up all hopes. But thanks to my son-in-law, Boris Mityarevich, I thought of coming to you. You go, mother, he says, and apply to Mr. Shipuchin. He's an influential man and can do anything. Help me, Excellency.
We can't do anything for you, Mrs. Merchutkina. You must understand that your husband, so far as I can gather, was in the employ of the Army Medical Department, while this is a private commercial concern, a bank. Don't you understand that?
Oh, Your Excellency, I can produce a doctor's certificate of my husband's illness. Here it is. I've got it here.
That's all right. I quite believe you, but it's not our business. She's disturbing the employees. It's strange and it's even silly. Surely your husband knows where he ought to apply.
Your Excellency, I don't let him know anything. He just cried out, "It isn't your business, get out of this." And then
I repeat, your husband was in the employ of the Army Medical Department, and this is a bank, a private commercial concern.
Yes, I understand, my dear. In that case, Your Excellency, just order them to pay me my 15 rubles. I don't mind taking it to be going on with.
Andreyevitch, I'll never finish this report at this rate.
One moment. I can't get any sense out of you, but do understand that you're taking this business here is absurd, as if you took a divorce petition to a chemist or to a gold assay office.
Can I come in, Andrey?
Just wait 1 minute, dear. What has it got to do with us if you haven't been paid? As it happens, madam, this is an anniversary today. We are busy, and somebody may be coming here at any moment. Excuse me?
Your Excellency, have pity on me, an orphan. I'm a weak, defenseless woman. I'm tired to death. I'm having trouble with my lodgers, and on account of my husband, I've got the house to look after, and my son-in-law is out of work.
Mrs. Merchutkina, No, excuse me. I can't talk to you. My head is even in a whirl. You are disturbing us and making us waste our time. Oh, what a business says my name's Shipuchin. Kuzma Nikolaevich, will you please explain to Mrs. Merchutkina?
What do you want?
I'm a weak, defenseless woman. I may look all right, but if you were to take me to pieces, you wouldn't find a single healthy bit of me. I can hardly stand on my legs, and I've lost my appetite. I drank my coffee today and got no pleasure out of it.
I ask you, what do you want?
Tell them, my dear, to give me 15 rubles, and a month later we'll do for the rest.
But I haven't. But haven't you been told perfectly plainly that this is a bank?
Yes, and if you like, I can show you the doctor's certificate.
Have you got a head on your shoulders or what?
My dear, I'm asking for what's mine by law. I don't want what isn't mine.
I ask you, madam, Have you got a head on your shoulders or what? Well, devil take me, I haven't any time to talk to you. I'm busy. That way, please.
And where's the money?
You haven't a head. But this.
What? Well, never mind, never mind. You can do that to your own wife, but I'm the wife of a civil servant. You can't do that to me.
Get out of this!
No, 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 none of that.
If you don't get out this second, I'll call for the hall porter. Get out!
Never mind. Never mind, never mind. I'm not afraid. I've seen the like of you before, miser.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen a more awful woman in my life. Ugh, it's giving me a headache. I tell you once more. Do you hear me? If you don't get out of this, you old devil, I'll grind you into powder. I'll get such a character that I'm perfectly capable of laming you for life. I can commit a crime.
I've heard barking dogs before. I'm not afraid. I've seen the likes of you before.
I can't stand it. I'm ill. I can't. They've let the bank get filled with women, and I can't finish my report. I can't.
I don't want anybody else's money but my own, according to the law. You ought to be ashamed of yourself sitting in a government office in felt boots.
We spent the evening at the Berenskis. Katya was wearing a sky blue frock of fullered silk cut low at the neck. She looks very well with her hair done over her head, and I did my hair myself. She was perfectly fascinating.
Yes, fascinating. They may be here at any moment.
Your Excellency!
What else? What do you want?
Your Excellency, this man tapped the table with his finger, and then his head. You told him to look after my affair, but he insults me and says all sorts of things. I am weak, a defenseless woman.
All right, madam, I'll see to it and take the necessary steps. Go away now. Later on. My goat's coming on.
Andreyevitch, send for the hall porter and have her turned out neck and crop. What else can we do?
No, she'll kick up a row, and we aren't the only people in the building.
Your Excellency.
But I gotta finish my report. I won't have time. I won't do.
Your Excellency, when shall I have the money? I want it now.
The remarkably beastly woman. Madam, I've already told you this is a bank, a private commercial concern.
Be a father to me, Your Excellency. If the doctor's certificate isn't enough, I can get you another from the police. Tell them to give me the money.
Mother, haven't you already been told that you're disturbing them? What right have you?
Mother, beautiful one, nobody will help me. All I do is eat and drink, and just now I didn't enjoy my coffee at all.
How much do you want?
24 rubles and 36 kopecks.
All right. Here are 25 rubles. Take it and go.
I thank you very humbly, Your Excellency.
It's time I went home. Oh, but I haven't done yet. I'll finish in 1 minute and go away. Oh, what a time we had. Yes, what a time. We went to spend the evening at the Berenskis. It was all right, quite fun, but nothing in particular. Katya's devoted Grenzalevsky was, of course, there. Well, I talked to Katya, cried, and induced her to talk to Grenzalevsky and refuse him. Well, I thought everything settled the best possible way. I've quieted Mama down, saved Katya, and can be quiet myself. What do you think? Katya and I were going along the avenue just before supper, and suddenly we heard a shock. Oh, no, I can't talk about it. No, I can't. We ran to the summer house, and there poor Grendelevsky was lying with a pistol in his hand.
No, I can't stand this. I can't stand it. What else do you want?
Your Excellency, can't my husband go back to his job?
He shot himself right in the heart. Here. And the poor man had fallen down senseless. And he was awfully frightened as he lay there and asked for a doctor. A doctor came soon and saved the unhappy man.
Your Excellency, can't my husband go back to his job?
No, I can't stand this. I can't stand it. Drive her away! Drive her away, I implore you!
Get out of this!
No, not her, but this one. This awful woman, that one.
Get out of this! Get out!
What? What are you doing? Have you taken leave of your senses?
It's awful. I'm a miserable man. Drive her out! Out with her!
Out of it! I'll cripple you. I'll knock you out of shape. I'll break the law.
How dare you, you impudent fellow! Andrey! Help, Andrey! Oh!
I implore you! Such a noise! Have pity on me!
Out of this! Catch her! Hit her! I'll cut her into pieces!
Stop! I ask you! I implore you!
Little fathers! Little fathers! Little fathers!
Help! Oh, I'm sick! I'm sick!
Hit her! Beat her! Cut her to pieces!
Oh, little fathers, it's all dark before me. Oh, the deputation, the reputation, occupation. Oh.
Get out of it, devil take me! Give her to me. I may break the law.
Deeply respected and dear Andrey Andreyevitch, throwing a retrospective glance at the past history of our financial administration and reviewing in our minds its gradual development, we receive an extremely satisfactory impression. It is true that in the first period of its existence, the inconsiderable amount of its capital and the absence of serious operations of any description, and also the indefinite aims of the bank, made us attach an extreme importance to the question raised by Hamlet, to be or not to be. And at one time there were even voices to be heard demanding our liquidation. But at that moment, you became the head of our concern. Your knowledge, energies, and your native tact were the causes of extraordinary success and widespread extension. The reputation of the bank... the reputation of the bank...
Water.
The reputation of the bank has been raised by you to such a height that we are now the rivals of the best foreign concerns.
Reputation, occupation. Two friends that had a walk at night held converse by the pale moonlight. Oh, tell me not that youth is vain, that jealousy has turned my brain.
Then, throwing an objective glance at the present condition of things, we, respected and dear Andrey Andreyevitch, we'll do this later on. Yeah, later on. Goodbye.
job, everyone. And thank you so much to everyone who joined us this evening. So this is our last event of August, right?
See you in September.
Yeah, wow, time. So we're going to announce our September slate of events tomorrow, and we can't wait to have you with us again. So thank you again. Have a good night.
Bye.